It's easy for us to make jokes, clearly, but let's try to figure out what the hell happened, because I feel like this is year in and year out. The constant disappointment, losing the playoffs.
Though. I thought Gerhard Struber was going to be like bringing in a different mentality, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I thought he would be bringing in a kind of never give up type of vibe. And I don't know what has to change for the club to sort of make a sustained run in the playoffs. I don't know if it's the way they go about their season. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's that they put so much focus, because they're such a European-based club. They put so much focus on the supporter shield. You got to win these games. You got to be at the top of the table. You got to be this. You got to be that. Maybe it's that. I don't know what it is, but it just seems like the playoffs, they just, for some reason, they're always at like 60% effectiveness.
Yeah, look, when we were at the Premier League Fan Fest, there were Red Bull fans that were there, and they're just there's nothing we can say.
Remember that guy was like, "Dude, I love you guys. Oh, I'm Arsenal till I die." And I was like, someone said Red Bull. He goes, "Yeah, dude, can't believe we lost." I was like, "Oh, I'm an MICFC fan." He goes, "Dude, I fucking hate you." Like, he went from "I love you."
This changes everything.
Yeah, I never loved you. I was lying. That's not your kid.
The main thing is there's nothing we can say that is going to upset Rebel fans more than New York Rebels themselves.
Nick Redman just said, "Can't blame Struber for the front office. He's not great, but having players with talent might be an idea."
So this is, and that's the point I was going to get to, because I have this in front of me.
Can I have a button that says like nerd time? Because you're like, I have a chart.
Okay. I'm just saying, for the audio listeners, they don't know what I'm talking about, but I do have, this was a at Stat Hunting, which is a dude we follow. He's like, I guess he's like a statistician or something, but he's a big fan of MLS, and he makes charts and tables in relation to MLS. So he made one about MLS salaries, and who's at the bottom?
Would it be New York Red Bulls?
It was New York Red Bulls with $9.6 million per year on their salaries.
Who's at the top?
Toronto FC with $32.2 million. So they did not make the playoffs. Somebody did the calculation. I don't know if it's here, but basically something like TFC spends about $600,000 per point. And Philadelphia Union, who are second year. So how much you spend doesn't necessarily mean...
It doesn't equate to much. I mean, it depends on, I guess, your academy.
Scouting and academy, I mean, Philly they do absolutely incredible work.
Philly does three things really well. They have really incredible scouting, as you mentioned. They have an incredible academy that develops amazing players. And also, they continue to give oysters to the Aronson family.
Okay, a little aphrodisiac.
You know what I mean? I don't know why Sade is playing.
Did he? Who was it that said this? Was it you or the Aronsons? That there's a sister. They have a sister also.
No, I didn't say that.
Oh, it wasn't you.
Erling Haaland has a sister named, or a cousin, a first cousin named Alexis, who's playing in Texas A&M, and she's scoring buckets.
Okay. I believe the Aronson family. I believe there's a sister that also plays soccer. So hey. If I'm incorrect about that, please. I hope there's a sister that.
What did they put, like a net in the?
I think there is. Yeah.
In the fireplace. Growing up.
Okay, you got to buy a lot of balls, I guess.
Hey.
Philadelphia Union are, I guess, what is it? So first place, I guess, would be TFC, and then I guess 28th place. How many teams do we have now? I forgot how many we have.
Probably 70, 75. Andrew Johnson said, "I for one am happy that the Rebels lose and lets their talented players go for cheap." That's obviously a Derek Etienne.
Sure. But so it doesn't necessarily mean that they have to spend more money to be successful, but the fact that they refuse to spend more money to be successful is kind of ridiculous.
Del Boy's 100% right. For those of you listening, you won't see this. No, look at the chart. Pull the chart back up.
Okay.
He says, the chart looks like Guile from Street Fighter looking in the distance and regretting his decision.
What?
His choices in life. It really does, dude.
Where do you see that? This is like one of those...
Guile has that haircut. The gray is his face. The hair. Wow.
Oh, I kind of see it.
Yo.
What? Yo, this trippy, bro.
Yo, Del Boy, what acid did you drive before we started this show?
Hilarious. Okay, cool. Nice Street Fighter reference. Love it. I love it.
Wow.
I'm actually very good at Street Fighter. Do you ever play Street Fighter?
Justin Freeberg said Aaronsons do have a younger sister and she can ball.
Okay, see.
There we go. I was good at Street Fighter until people started all the combos. Everything was combos.
Right.
Someone's gonna pulls out a rocket all of a sudden. People are floating.
That's Marvel versus Capcom more, but regular Street Fighter. I was very good at Street Fighter 2, but then even Street Fighter Alpha, Third Strike.
Oh no, you got way past me.
Crushed it, bro. Anybody want the smoke? Hit me up, dog. All right. So when you see this, look, it's easy to say if Rebels spend more money that they would fix some of their problems, but it's who do you blame? Is it the scouting? Is it because NYCFC are they spent $16 million, so not an incredible amount. More
top half, but closer to the middle.
But you look at the scouting decisions, and it just seems to work out so well. I mean, as far as they bring in players we've never really heard of from Brazil. Gabi Pereira came from Corinthians. Thales Magno came from Vasco da Gama.
Very clearly, their scouts in South America are working extra time, but they also have a club down there, Montevideo City Torque.
Oh yeah, in Uruguay.
But where Tate came from.
And also where Santi came from.
Oh, that's right. Santi came from there.
Yeah.
Even though Santi's Club Nacional.
Yeah. So it's hard to make sense of it. I don't know what it's like. And then the goal that they gave up. Look, Cincinnati, we know have been a strong team this season, a huge threat. And Brandon Vasquez, the goal that he scored, everybody is like they immediately sort of blame Aaron Long for not sort of tracking back and not getting. And also Brandon Vasquez is stupid fast. It's ridiculous
for his size, especially.
Yeah. He's just wow, dude.
You can't be a unit and be quick, bro.
So people were mad at Aaron Long and be like, well, is this the guy where they're actually taking to the World Cup and the whole thing? But Brandon Vasquez, who is probably not going to the World Cup, I think he's gonna have a decent playoff run, and it's gonna probably look a little bit ridiculous that he's not there, or at least not. He wasn't brought into the final two matches, the two friendlies, to even get an opportunity. So it's probably not going to happen. But it looks like it might be a real shame because it looks like he's absolutely.
It is, but if you're him, who cares if you? I mean, obviously you care, but at this point, it's kind of obvious you're not going to get in the World Cup. There's no point in arguing or trying to prove a point. Try to get yourself to Europe. You know what I mean? Do what Georgi Mihailovic did.
Sure. So
speaking of that, it's NYCFC's next competition.
That's right.
Montreal looking really good this